Alright, in this video, I'll be sharing with you my movie reviews for 10 movies that I've watched. They can be movies from the 1990s or they can be latest movies. It just depends on how I feel about them. I randomly select them. So I just give you, what I liked about the movie, what I didn't like, and finally the ratings towards the end. So watch these opinions of mine on various movies, and if you feel there is a movie I must watch, comment down below and let me know what that movie is. Having said that, watch this video and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All right, let's start. Next one, Mudbound. Mudbound is a 2017 war drama story, 2 hours 14 minutes. Powerful cast. Jason Clarke, he's the guy who acted in Terminator. What was it? Terminator Salvation? Yeah. He is one of those action stars, very flexible. I really loved his performance in this. It's a slow burn. And the other actors who play, it's more about racism that was there in the early days of United States. Very powerful, very, very powerful movie, but very, very slow. So if you're looking for hard-paced action, you're not going to like this. This was a movie I had watched bits and pieces, and it also shows bits of Ku Klux Klan. So if you want to watch a movie that shows you how racism was and how ugly and dark it was, this is a movie 2017, and there is a slightly graphic scene towards the end, so be wary of that. 6.5 out of 10. I said, for me, not a bad movie. Okay, next one. Where is it? Okay, this was Mudbound. Edgar. Edgar, 2011. It's a biopic. Yeah, biopic drama-faced movie. You would see Leonardo DiCaprio show his finest performance. I was very impressed with this movie. And by the way, just so that you know, Clint Eastwood has directed this movie. Leonardo DiCaprio, Armie Hammer, he also acted very well. Naomi Watts, she also gave a performance of her life, and Judi Dench, who plays his mother. These actors have really put a lot of effort. And when you say it's a Clint Eastwood movie, you know for a fact this is a movie worth watching. So 2011 crime thriller drama, I highly recommend this movie. Although I would say that it's very slow and you definitely need subtitles if you have to make sense of this movie. 6.5 out of 10. For me, I would say the only reason I watched the movie from beginning to end, even though it was slow, even though there was a lot of the political narrative in it, was because of the acting of, Leonardo DiCaprio. So, it's a good movie if you want to see a biographical movie, but if you think it's going to be action-paced, no, not at all. Next one, Black Mass, 2015 crime action thriller. Johnny Depp gave a brilliant performance as a gangster. So if you like gangster movies, this one is one of them. Johnny Depp, Jesse Plemons, okay, Joel Edgerton. Yeah, you might not recognize these names, but if you see them, these are very well-known actors who have done a lot of roles. Even Jesse Plemons, they gave a very good performance. Dakota Johnson, I really liked, especially I think Johnny Depp's performance. I liked the way the movie was narrated, but once again, it was kind of slow, and sometimes you tend to lose interest, which is why I gave Black Mass, even though it was more of a gangster kind of a movie, 5 out of 10. So if you want to see a gangster movie, like you see most others, watch this. But remember, it's not going to be an edge of your seat, kind of more like The Untouchables or Casino or, those evergreen movies. Okay. So 5 out of 10. Next one, Pelican Brief, 1993, Denzel Washington, Julia Roberts, those good old days. I wanted to watch this movie because, during my college days, this was supposed to be like the hit movie. And if you see the ratings, you would see that more than 97,000 people have watched this movie on IMDb. However, I don't know why I didn't find it that interesting. Denzel Washington, as usual, plays an incredible role. Julia Roberts plays a very, powerful role. Still, this movie kind of lost me in between. Okay, I would say maybe it's a storytelling. So that is why I give it a 6 out of 10. So if you want to see one of those oldie movies, detective kind of thriller, suspense movies, watch this. And yeah, it might bring back a few memories. Next one, Bad Boys. Bad Boys, Die, Ride or Die. What to say about this movie? The only reason I watched this movie is because it brought about nostalgia. Bad Boys 1, Bad Boys 2. I was not very sure whether I wanted to see this movie or not because it's more like shooting senselessly and all that stuff. Well, sadly, it was a movie that bored me to death. The director, what is his name? Let me get his name. Director Adil El Arbi and Bilal Falah. Okay, I don't know who these guys are. What movies did they direct? Let me see. Did they direct any worthwhile movies? Bad Boys for Life, Rebel, Gangsta, Black, Batgirl. Oh my goodness. No wonder this was a terrible movie. And what are the movies? Yeah, both of them are directed more or less the same movies. So I didn't enjoy this movie at all. For me, Bad Boys was a total waste of time. I struggled to watch it. In fact, I was actually watching it when I was doing other things. It was that boring. Will Smith tries to act young. Martin Lawrence looked like he was struggling to even perform his roles. I didn't find it funny. There was a lot of forced humor. It was silly. It was stupid. So I gave it a 2 out of 10. So if you want to watch the movie, watch. But for me, I consider this a total waste of time. Next one, Alien Romulus. Okay. Being an Alien fan, this was a movie I badly wanted to watch, but at the same time, I knew that this was going to be a flop. So I was in two minds whether to watch it or not. But I definitely wanted to watch it. Okay. When the trailer came out, I remember I was saying, oh man, please don't tell me you're going to ruin the movie for all of us. Because, being hardcore fans of the Alien and Aliens, it's a high, watermark. It's a standard that cannot be defeated. So Alien came, Alien 2024. I watched it and I was disappointed. I would say I was not very impressed. It is nothing but, piggyback on all the things that worked before. They take a lot of nostalgia. They try to keep you interested and entertained by fixing a lot of the loose ends. But overall, I just was completely disappointed with this movie. But only because I'm a fan of Alien, I give it a 5 out of 10. But honestly speaking, it is disappointing. I really hope they stop. They stop directing more Alien movies unless they come across something like Prometheus, which adds a new flavor. Otherwise, they're just trying to ride off and suck this movie franchise dry. Okay, so I gave Alien Romulus a 5 out of 10. Fighter, 2010 sports action movie, 2 hours long. Brilliant performance by Christian Bale. Christian Bale really takes acting seriously. You can see him perform really well here. Mark Wahlberg is the main character. But together, I think strong chemistry, great storytelling. And it's one of those movies which is, I think it's a true story. Do I recommend watching this movie if you are one of those who like to see kind of an inspiration, through storytelling? The director tried to make it very interesting as possible, but he had to be true to the script and to the real life. So I guess that is why it was not that interesting. Anyway, I give it a 6 out of 10. So if you want to see world-class performances, you need to see this. And you'll have nothing but respect for Christian Bale, the way he has really performed the role. Okay, so Fighter, 6 out of 10. BlacKkKlansman. Oh, I enjoyed this movie. 2018 crime comedy. The guy from Inception. John David Washington. Brilliant performance, absolutely brilliant. I mean, if you want to really see what that Inception actor can do, watch this. And Adam Driver, he also gave a great performance. I was not a very big fan of his when I saw Star Wars, him as Star Wars, the main villain. I was like, what the hell is this? That's the first time I actually noticed him. But both these actors together, they gave a stellar performance. This is more about racism that was there in the United States. And I was very intrigued. I was very entertained, and I really enjoyed watching this movie. So I give this movie an 8 out of 10. Do watch it. It's a great movie. So BlacKkKlansman, a 28 comedy drama, 2 hours, 14 minutes, will keep you entertained. Next one, Primal Fear, 1996 thriller crime. This is one of those movies, if you type on Google, must watch thriller movies, must watch suspense, you'll get this high on their list. It has been given a very high rating by IMDb, 7.7 out of 10. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I thought Richard Gere did a good job, but the person who stole the show was Edward Norton. He really knows how to act. Laura Linney, that female was okay, not bad. She also did a good job, but it's Edward Norton that really takes the movie and convinces you. And Richard Gere, the way he has portrayed the character, I think was very strong. So overall, I gave this movie a 7 out of 10. Just keep in mind, this is a 1996 movie. So I don't know if you'll even remember these actors, but Richard Gere is Pretty Woman, Edward Norton. He has done a lot of these. Even that X movie, right, which he acted in, Malcolm X, not Malcolm X, X or something like that. But it's a movie you'll enjoy. Last but not the least for today's review is Star Trek Beyond, 2016 action sci-fi movie. 2 hours, 2 minutes, terrible. Absolutely terrible. One of the worst in the franchise. I watched this movie because I wanted to see the complete Star Trek, the latest version, the franchise. You have the same old actors, Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, who's the Spock character, Simon Pegg, the late Anton Yelchin. You need to, I don't know if you recognize these characters. Simon Pegg, British actor. This guy, he acts as a Spock. He was the only one who could take it. Then Carl Urban, this guy, he's a very versatile actor. Then Zoe Saldana, she's also very well known. I think she acted in the Marvel franchise, yes. And yes, John Chu, he's also very well known. Idris Elba is there as the villain. So overall, the late Leonard Nimoy, who was the original Spock. So all of them are there. Sadly, even with such a stellar cast, they were not able to do justice to the movie. I don't know, the whole story and the way the direction, it was nothing but a flop. Who's the director? Justin Lee. I think he's one of those action guys who directed Fast and Furious. Yes, Fast 5, F9, Fast and Furious. Terrible, absolutely terrible. I hated the movie. I give it a 4 out of 10. So yeah, overall, these were the movies which I watched. I don't know, what do you think? Let me know what are your ratings in the comments below. Do you recommend, not recommend, good, bad, ugly? Feel free. And this is me signing off. You guys take care. And let me know, are there any movies that I did miss, should watch, and what do you think? You guys take care. This is me signing off.